Thanks a lot for that intro. We are excited to be here. We've got a ton of information to get into. Just before I do anything, though, guys, let me know. Give me a yes in the question box if you can hear me okay, and that'll be my cue to dive in here. It looks like, okay, that looks good. People are typing in yes. So today we're talking about a cutting-edge five-step system that we use to generate $7,693 each day, and how by taking action, following steps, and using the three secret shortcuts, you can hit our milestone number one, run rate of $1,000 profit per week in record time without building your own website or paying a dime for traffic. And that's just the starting point. What we're sharing with you here today is brand new, unlike anything we've ever shared before, and built around the absolute fastest system that we know of for building an online income anywhere on the internet right now, right? So we're going to dive into the content in just a second. Before we do, though, we know that your time is precious, so I think it's important that you know at least a little bit about who's presenting to you here today. My name is Aidan Booth. That's a photo of me on the left there, and I started building my online business back in 2005 because I wanted this geographic freedom. I wanted a laptop lifestyle. I wanted a business I could run with just my laptop and an internet connection. And guess what? 15 years later, what I've actually got now, technology has become so sophisticated that I can run my business on a smartphone. And that's what we're going to be talking about here today as well. So I am from New Zealand originally. My wife is from Argentina. My online business has given me the freedom and flexibility to spend about half my time in Argentina and half in New Zealand. But the thing that has given me the most, that I'm most grateful for, is time freedom. Time to spend time with my two young children. I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and just being active and having the time to do cool things with them. Now, Steve, you come from a completely different background. Maybe you could just chime in there for a second, make sure your audio and everything is working, and share that quickly.
Absolutely. Hey guys, Steve Clayton here. And yeah, very, very different. I am on at least my second career, I guess. I did about 18 years in corporate America, sort of climbing that corporate ladder. I was a chief information officer for a public company, and I ended my career as a VP for a Fortune 500 company. And as you can imagine, a position like that, they treat you pretty well from a financial perspective. So I had some pretty decent financial freedom, but I sure as hell didn't have any geographic or time freedom. And I had to make a pretty big decision at that point. My wife wasn't working; she was a stay-at-home mom, 2 young kids, and I just was miserable, working for someone else, and kind of, always had this dream of having my own business. And so, 15 years ago, and I just left it and I started to become a serial online entrepreneur. And I haven't had to have a real job since, which is fantastic. And my hope and dream is, that I can help a bunch of you do that kind of thing as well.
Yeah, I think the really important thing to leave you here as well, just as we dive into this, is if you're curious about building an online business or growing one that you've already got, then you're in good hands. Steve and I, we've each been doing this for over 15 years each. Collectively, that's over 30 years of experience. And everything we're talking about here today is based on real in the trenches strategies and tactics that we use every day in our business. So with that said, here's what you're going to be learning about here today. You're going to be seeing a proven sales system, a quantum leap forward selling products online, how we've perfected the system and use it to make thousands of dollars every day, how you can take advantage of this revolutionary selling system, even if you've got zero experience yourself online. You're going to see some amazing student success stories. Our most successful students have achieved some amazing results, and you're going to see how this all unfolds. I mean, even to the tune of $455,000 in 4 months from one of our top students, $56,000 in a day from one of our top students. And you're going to see how they've been able to do this as we progress here. This is an exploding industry that we're talking about, and riding a wave of never before seen growth in online e-commerce is something that you can do right now, unlike ever before. So we're going to talk a little bit about this later on as well. And I want you to know that with what we're talking about here today, the obstacles have been completely eliminated. There is no Amazon. Okay, we're not doing anything with Amazon. We're not doing anything with Facebook ads. Forget about Facebook ads. There's no need for Shopify or other expensive software. There's no need to buy inventory. There's no suppliers. There are no legal hurdles. The only thing that you would need to do to get started with this is to buy a domain name, which is going to cost you around about $10. And maybe you've already got a domain name that you can use, okay? But we'll talk about that later. We're going to share how you can build this amazing business with free and instant traffic and see profits as fast as humanly possible, faster than we've ever seen before, using 5 simple steps. We've got massive shortcuts. We're going to be sharing some secret technology with you, which everyone told us was going to be impossible to create, and how we've actually done it. You're going to be the first to see exactly what that looks like. Push button traffic using free strategies that no one knows about. Big breakthrough traffic strategies you're going to hear all later on. We're also going to be revealing a real store, showing you going off script a little bit, taking a look around, not just to look around our launchpad and how all that works, but also a look into a profitable store. So keep listening. We've got all of that coming, and we've got a free gift worth $297 for everyone at the end of the call. So super important, okay? You guys know the drill. You know our results are not typical, and of course we can't guarantee that you'll have the same success as us. It'd be impossible for anyone to guarantee that, because we don't know anything about your lifestyle, your background, your work habits. But I'll tell you what, we're going to do everything in our power to help you build a profitable business, and that's exactly what we're talking about here in this presentation. So with that said, Steve, do you want to take the slides there and dive into this? And I see you're still muted there, but I can see your slides are starting to come up. There we go.
Got them?
They're just loading up for me now, but we do have a lot of people on this workshop, guys. So things do get a bit challenging sometimes with technology, that's for sure. But look, please make sure that you keep engaged with us. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know any questions that you've got as Steve is working through here. I'm going to be behind the scenes in the background answering all of those questions, and I'll do my best to get to you. So, Steve, I can see your slide now, looking good.
All right, thanks, man. So 2021, thank goodness that 2020 is in our rearview mirror. Now, hopefully you're kind of giving some thought to what are you going to do differently in 2021, and hopefully, there's a lot of you here who are thinking, damn it, this is gonna be my year. I'm gonna build an online business of some kind. And if you came to me and said, hey, Steve, what do you recommend? How should I start? Probably would have a conversation about, hey, first of all, there are a lot of different things you could do. Over the years, almost 2 decades now, we've done pretty much every single online business model that you can think of. Some of the most popular: Amazon FBA, where you sell your own products; Amazon wholesale, selling others; affiliate marketing, where you're marketing other people's digital products most of the time, but not always, some physical. Maybe making and selling info products, and I guarantee you guys, if some of you have heard of some of these things and have had some experience with them. And my point to you would be, look, there's any of these models can work. We do all of them and others that are not even on that slide. And over the years, we've built businesses that do 7 figures in all of them. But there are obstacles to success, and most of them are about speed. Getting results fast. They're about risk, where you have to risk either time or money, or they're just about capital in general, money or cash flow. That's kind of the broad categories that all these obstacles come into play. And again, keep in mind, I'm not suggesting that any of these business models are bad at all. What I'm trying to do is basically have a conversation with someone to say, there are lots of things you could do, but what is the thing that you should do, right, in order to get very, very fast results and ultimately be successful? If you think about some of the obstacles that are going to be in your way with Amazon FBA, which is essentially just creating your own products, it's capital, it's cash flow, it's time, and it's the risk that comes along with that. You have to essentially order hundreds, maybe thousands of units of a product before you start to sell it. So you got to put all that money up front. You got to wait till it gets on a ship and gets sent from China. And there's just a lot of time. There's a lot of risk there. Amazon wholesale gets rid of some of that stuff because you're selling other people's things, and you can sort of do kind of more of a just-in-time inventory purchasing, so you don't have to purchase a lot up front. But you've got other stuff that gets in your way. You've got this admin legal stuff about reseller certificates and licenses, and maybe corporate setups, and supplier relationships are much more complicated. because you have to have access to these pockets of inventory and so on. And then of course, you got the old Amazon fees that are constantly bringing down the profit margins for both of these business models. So, that can really get in your way. Affiliate marketing tends to be pretty time consuming to find the right offer. Find something that converts in a really stable manner. And it can be a great place to start, right? Because, there's not a lot of risk there because you're not investing and trying to build something. However, even when you're most successful with affiliate marketing, at the end of the day, you're still kind of building somebody else's business, right? And then information products. I mean, they're great, but the obstacles there are, you need expertise because you're developing your own intellectual property, and so you either need to be an expert in something or you've got to partner with someone, and it takes a lot of time and money and effort to build an information product, and then it's a whole separate thing about marketing. And again, as I've said, if we're sitting here having this conversation about what should you do, all of these obstacles can be overcome. I mean, we've taught thousands of people to overcome them at one time or another. But there's one more thing that is a factor in all of these models that has been kind of an evolving obstacle, an evolving problem, and that's traffic. And so, there's lots of different make or break factors to all these different business models, but the one thing they have in common is traffic. Even brick and mortar businesses obviously have this in common. If you don't get visitors to a real store or a web store or whatever, you're not going to be successful. So when we're sitting deciding what's your path, how can you quickly become successful, traffic better be an important factor as you kind of look at these different business models. And it's kind of a good news, bad news situation. There's lots of different traffic methods out there, to get people to visit your site and potentially buy your product or whatever you're selling. But they all have evolved into, again, this sort of time problem where it takes a long time, or risk or cost. And most of that has to do with complexity. If you look at Facebook advertising, for example, it's phenomenal. The power that you have at your fingertips as a marketer, as a one-man show, is greater than at any time in the history of the world. I'm not overstating. However, the price that we've paid for that is complexity. It takes years to become a really competent Facebook paid advertiser. Where you're using paid ads. It's really tough. So that's a problem. It's a problem for beginners. It's a problem for speed. It's a problem for risk because you're spending money as you're learning, and that's tough. Amazon, the organic side of Amazon Marketplace, where you are in their ecosystem, and when somebody gets to Amazon and types in red widget, you want your red widget to show. That's great. And there's a lot of great traffic there, but it is really complicated to figure out how to get your red widget to show up when people are searching. It's very hard. So that's an obstacle. And again, it speaks to this whole risk thing and time and money. Google AdWords, mostly about money. There is a lot of complexity to Google AdWords nowadays, I will say. But you can kind of wing it a little bit because it's an easier platform to use. However, it is really expensive, and it's really expensive because of that, because everybody just uses it. So, even businesses that are not getting that return on investment are using it. And what happens is that drives the competition and drives the prices up. Search engine optimization can be great. It can be a gold mine if you could actually get your website to page 1 or thereabouts. But it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of knowledge to make that happen. So again, you're talking about the risk of time and effort. YouTube is kind of the same combination of search engine optimization and Google AdWords. The paid side of that is expensive, and the organic side is complex and slow. So there's some other traffic sources that might be easier, but you're just not going to get that big honking bunch of traffic, that targeted traffic that converts into buyers, not like something like these traffic sources. So you really need something substantial. You need a big fire hose of traffic that you can conquer, and you can get rid of, the problems that I've been talking about here, this risk, this time, this money, all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna share that one with you for sure. If you've struggled with this, or if you've even been, overwhelmed at the thought of it, the good news is that we made a massive breakthrough in this category, and we've discovered a secret source of free traffic. And here's my promise to you: before I finish talking, okay, you will know exactly what that traffic source is, okay, and generally how to use it and why we think it's amazing and why it's important. All right, so in many ways, that no matter what you do, I want you to make sure that you really pay attention when I reveal what that traffic source is, because it'll be well worth the time you've spent. But what we think is that the path of least resistance to, it's 2021 and I want to start a business, factoring in all of those different obstacles and things that could get in your way, and really heavily factoring in traffic, we think the business model that we're talking about here today is the right way to go for everyone. And there's a bunch of reasons about that. We think it's really unique and revolutionary. And we're going to talk about all of these and all of the benefits and everything. And I really want you to think about each of them, because it's basically like putting every single roadblock up there, every single thing that could get in your way, and just knocking the hell out of them. All right. And it can largely be defined in what you don't need, because these are the things that get rid of these obstacles. No product of your own, no Amazon account, no having to buy expensive software, no money upfront for advertising, no boring company setups or special permissions or overseas suppliers or purchasing inventory up front. And you don't need to be in the United States. Okay, this can work from anywhere. So you can see how we're just like knocking things down here. And we're going to talk a lot about risk. So keep that in mind too, because we want to get, we've been satisfied in the past with low risk, but we want no risk. And that's what we are talking about today. Another big difference in the business model that we're talking about here today is that oftentimes when you're doing any of those business models that I talked about, you kind of start out with a market or a niche. You don't start out with products. And you sort of have like double the research to do there, because you have to evaluate the market or the niche first, and then you're kind of building all of your collateral around that, your website, your branding, your packaging, all that sort of stuff, depending on what model you're using. And then you're sort of locked in there, right? So if you've gone with the dog product niche, then the products you're going to start to look at to research are only going to be the dog products. So you're kind of doing double work. And then once you decide on the market or niche, you're kind of locked in, because you can't then go back and start selling cat toys. So there's nothing wrong with this way of doing things. And a lot of business models like Amazon FBA, for example, you kind of have to do it this way. But we don't do that with this business model, because it's too limiting. It's too slow. And there's, again, risk involved, and we want to get rid of that. So we don't do the market research or the niche research. We just focus on products, and we use these simple, scalable websites. We focus on building these mega stores, and we can sell any type of product. I don't care if it's new, old, hot topic, or something that's been around for 100 years. I don't care. The only thing that matters is that it's profitable, and the tools that we have help us ascertain that. And it's a model that we went to research last year. We went to Tokyo to research it with this chain of very famous brick and mortar stores in Japan called Don Quixote. And these stores make billions of dollars selling everything you can possibly imagine. I mean, what can you buy at Don Quixote? What do you want? I mean, they have everything, towels to TVs to trench coats to Tamagotchis. And it's amazing, because they're all like, one of the ones we went to is 9 floors. There's not an inch of shelf space available. And all of these things are right next to each other in no discernible order whatsoever. And yet it works. Okay. It absolutely works. And it works because they focus on products. They are fast. They're just nimble. They don't care about niches. They test thousands of different products to see what sells the best. And they place the best-selling ones in the more visible, the marquee shelf space, and remove the stuff that doesn't sell. And then they just continue to do that. They add, test, replace, and finally they've got this store that's stacked full of products that all converts to sales and profits. And what we wanted to do in sort of researching Don Quixote was we said, okay, we love that model. There's a lot to like. And what we want to do is marry that philosophy, right, with our foundation of knowledge of online e-commerce and do all of that online. And so it's kind of like a force multiplier, because we're doing it online and using that philosophy, we could be even faster and even more risk-free, as we'll talk through and I'll show you, to be able to do these things where we just set up a simple online store. We test products in whatever niches we want at the same time. It doesn't matter. We use a free source of traffic. So as you can imagine, one of the things that if you have to pay for traffic, one of the limiting factors in playing around with testing products is, well, how much money do I have to spend to test? And gosh, that's kind of risky to test. So if all of a sudden your traffic source is free, and keep in mind, I'm going to tell you exactly what the traffic source is shortly. We use a free traffic source, so it's fast and risk-free to target people, and then we just do the same thing. We eliminate the ones that don't sell, we keep the ones that do, and we scale, and we have the same goal. We end up with an online store full of products that convert to sales and profits. And in reality, like Don Quixote has thousands and thousands of products. We typically have a handful of products because that's all we need. And I'm going to show you a case study that will make that case very, very well. But it's all about speed, and it's all about no risk. With the system, we'll show this to you, but it just takes a few minutes to get set up, and then testing is so fast and without any worry or risk, because you're not spending any money on the traffic. It keeps coming back to that traffic. And we don't have to worry about market research or creating the product or buying inventory up front, messing around with all those other traffic sources like Amazon or Facebook ads or anything like that. And we use a drop shipping model, so we don't even see or touch the products as they're being ordered and fulfilled. And this really, really works. I can't stress that enough. I mean, to the tune of 43,000 in 1 week, 128,000 in 30 days. You're going to see almost 8,000 in 24 hours. You're going to see tons and tons of screenshots here. And I encourage you to drink them all in and let them wash over you, because they give you the right impression of how successful you can be. But the one I want you to really focus on, I'll highlight, and that's that case study for the free traffic method that I promise we're going to get to shortly. But at the end of the day, right, with this whole philosophy about Don Quixote, I mean, this is the bottom line. Why do you want to just sell one product in one niche when you could sell 50 or even 3 or 5, whatever it is, right? And I don't care how many niches and be making more money. Is this making sense so far? Give me a sense if it's making sense. SENSE. Give me that in the chat box, just so I can get some feedback. Sometimes you feel like you're talking. Yep, there we go. Okay, it takes a little while. All right, excellent. Thank you, guys. It's very helpful to get some engagement. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So what do you need to get started? Well, in this business model, you really only need 3 things, at a high level. You need a platform that converts. So you need a website, a store, you need products to put in there, and you need some visitors. You need traffic, right? So let's talk about that. Installing your store. We use and we're gonna talk in detail about what this is, but we use some breakthrough technology that we call the Launchpad, and it is one click, super fast, boom, and it sets up the store. Okay, and with all of the accoutrements that you need, all of the different pieces, all of the different design elements, all of that. Right. And again, we're going to show you a lot more detail on this, but for now, just kind of move along so you can see how this business model works. Products. Obviously, you need products. We're going to share with you how our system identifies products and makes them available just readily and easily and adding to your web store. But you need those products, right? You need to be able to get them on there so you can test them and then sell them over the long term. And now you're ready. You need to find traffic, right? You've got to have a traffic source. You can pick your profit path. You can pick any number of different traffic sources. I showed you a whole bunch of traffic sources that are possible. However, what we want to start with is the instant and hyper-targeted free traffic that I'm going to show you in gory detail. And then from there, if and when we want to, we can expand to other traffic sources, some of which being paid sources. Okay, but that's absolutely optional. And you can see from the case study that we're going to show you here what's possible just with the free traffic alone. Okay. And then from there, what we do is built into the Launchpad is, you've got this foundation of, okay, I'm humming along. I've got these products that, clearly are best sellers, and I'm making, 3 sales, 5 sales a day, whatever it is for each of these products. And then we can come along and we can apply the proven, technology and tactics, things like, if you like this, you might like that, or one card upsells, or, gamifying the system with a discount wheel, a whole bunch of things that are, add-ons, for lack of a better word. And those, without doing any extra work, right? They typically will take, some product that's making 5 sales a day, and maybe that starts to sell 10 sales a day. So you're getting really efficient, and you're really optimizing, conversions, and then obviously you're optimizing sales and profits. And then from there, it's really just a simple process of, rinsing and repeating. There are a bunch of different ways that you could expand. You could add more products. You could add more of those profit paths, the more traffic sources. You could do another website if you wanted. There's a million different things that you could do to kind of get you along the path of these milestones that we see. The reason we broke this out is that, and we're going to talk a lot about this during our time here today, and because we really are focused on speed. We know that if we can get you to be making, life-changing money fast, right, then the chances are most excellent that you are going to be engaged and follow through on the medium and longer term goals of building that out into, potentially a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business. But we don't need to focus on the end game at first. What we want to focus on is, as fast as possible, getting you life-changing profits, a life-changing business with as little risk, and I would argue no risk, and I'll make that case, as possible. Okay. And probably the biggest enabler to being able to do that is the massive breakthrough that we made in 2020 that has absolutely changed everything. It changes the whole calculus, because we're able to get people to get to that fast point without risk. Because paid traffic, while it is fantastic, okay, and I never would say that it's bad, there are issues with it from the perspective of risk, speed, and people who are just starting out. If you're that person on the tight budget, and that describes pretty much everyone on the planet, there's no margin for error, right? One bad decision or one mistake, you could churn through your entire budget, and then where are you at? Because you need you need traffic in order to make progress. You need traffic in order to test products. You need traffic in order to sell products. So if you run out of money, what are you going to do? You can't move forward. And the other thing is that for newbies especially, there's a psychological thing with paid ads. I've been doing this for so long. When I first started out, I was spending, 10,000, 15,000 a day on paid traffic. And so it didn't really faze me that much, because now, mind you, of course, I was making profit. I was making a good return on investment. But when you're first starting out, or if you don't think that way, and plenty of people don't, right, that I have to spend this money to make it, and that they can do the math, and lots of people don't think that way, and that's okay. It has nothing to do with intelligence or anything. It's just a way of thinking and personality and all that kind of stuff. So people just, a lot of people don't like risk, and it's psychologically difficult for them, even if they have a budget, even if they have the money to put out money on paid ads on the bet, if you will, that they're gonna, do well with it. So it definitely gets in people's way, and it hinders our speed to be able to make people successful. and it certainly adds an element of risk. Okay, so what is this breakthrough source of free traffic? Okay, I'm going to tell you, and then I want you to bear with me as I explain it. It is Facebook. And now all of you are going, oh, okay, but it's not what you think. It's not regular Facebook. It's not sitting around making posts on somebody's group and hoping people engage. It's not getting likes. It's not having some viral content. It's none of that bullshit. I'm not supposed to curse, so sorry. It's none of that stuff. And it's not any paid advertising, okay? Because we said it's free traffic. So what we're doing is we're using the Facebook Marketplace, and we are doing this completely different than 99% of people. It's an entirely new approach. And so now I said the Facebook Marketplace, and now a bunch of you others are going, oh, yeah, it's because you don't understand how to use it, okay? Because the Facebook Marketplace is enormous, and it is an incredible opportunity. There are 800 million monthly users of the Facebook Marketplace. Let that sink in for just a minute. 800 million. And you can list your products in just like a minute and sell them on this marketplace. Now, why does this exist? It's important, I think, for context. Every tech company out there, okay, Facebook, Google, Pinterest, Instagram, Walmart, Target, they think of themselves as tech companies now. Everybody wants the same thing that Amazon has. They want marketplaces. They want marketplaces to sell third-party goods because they see, well, that Amazon basically is taking over the whole world. And they know that that is probably the easiest path for them to kind of monetize, right? So that's why it exists. And it's important to know why it exists, because a lot of people think about the Facebook Marketplace, which is why some of you went, oh, they think it's just a Craigslist or something like that, where people are selling junk or garage sale stuff or secondhand stuff. And absolutely, some people do that, clearly. But the smart people, okay, are using this to sell new products, all right? And you can too. And you can get lightning fast traffic and almost instant sales, okay? It is simple, it is free, it is risk-free, all right? You just list your products. You can target all of the US, and it doesn't matter if you're outside the US. I'm sure that's another concern people have. Doesn't matter. We can show you how to do it. You'll be just fine. You can make fast sales, fulfill them, you know, and in a drop shipping method where you're not buying these products up front, and count the profits. Now, this is what I want you to really, really pay attention to, okay? All right, so please just take a second, pay close attention to this, because this is the money right here, all right? This is a 7-day period. This is using only the Facebook Marketplace, free traffic. This is selling this product, Just Lay's laser engraving machine, for $149.95, okay? And we sold in a 7-day period 119 of them. All right. We had net sales of $18,655.04. Our profit margin is damn near 50%. We buy these for about $79. Okay. So, you know, you're making 8 or 9 grand in profit in this 7-day period. Okay. Let that sink in for just a minute, because guys, we're talking about just getting a milestone 1, which is $1,000 a week. This is like 8 grand. I should do the math and get the exact numbers, but somewhere around there in profit in 7 days using free traffic. Okay, 0 risk. And yeah, here, think about this for a second. What if it didn't work? What if you tried this and you didn't make any sales? Oh well, you didn't spend any money. You didn't buy the product. You didn't buy any of them. You didn't buy any advertising. You didn't do anything. Okay, but it does sell. And that's why our battle cry, right, is a huge sprint to getting you to at least milestone 1. Okay, taking advantage of that huge untapped Facebook Marketplace, because I know if I can get you there, I got you. I got you. You are now an online entrepreneur, and you're going to want to take it to the next steps. I have you right now for life. Okay. So that's the system, right? And that's the traffic source. And we've been using it to generate huge online profits. And the other thing to keep in mind is that the e-commerce market. You've seen this chart once before, but it's worth looking at the 2019 to 2020 jump. It's enormous. E-commerce was always fantastic. It was always the only growing retail sector ever. But now the jump due to COVID, you've had like 5 or 10 years of growth in 1 year. Okay, so now as we enter 2021, man, come on in. The water's great. I mean, it is the time to carve out your slice of the pie. Absolutely. The opportunity here is colossal, colossal. And so back to that question about what should you do in 2021? You should do this. Okay? Because this, and I would argue it's not very low risk. It is no risk. What we're talking about here today, all right, is only investing, in a domain, $10. No you're not paying for traffic. You got high margins, no competition, no supplier headaches, no money to spend on ads or inventory or other software or anything. And you only need a handful or even one. You would never stop at one, but look what's possible with one product. And we get this all the time. Drives me nuts, to be honest with you, and nobody likes my answer. But what I'm going to tell you anyway. So I get this question all the time. Well, if it's so great, why do you just keep it to yourself? Okay, well, we love teaching people how to do this. It's, why can't both things be true? It is great. And we love teaching people. We have a motto at our group of companies, and it's served us well for damn near 15 years. And that is, whatever we do that works, we teach. And we do it not because we're, Mother Teresa, not out of the goodness of our heart. It's just we like it. We just like it. And we love the feeling of people coming up to us, and it never gets old. It's the most satisfying thing in the world for people to come up to us and say, hey, you changed my life. You changed my family's life. We just freaking dig it. And that's why, 12 months ago, we launched the Kibo Code. And we were hopeful that the whole system that we put together, that the simplicity of that 5-step system would mean that the students would do well. But boy, we were shocked at the results. And keep in mind, this is during COVID. So while certainly it was great from a perspective of, the e-commerce market overall, it definitely introduced problems with supply chain and all that sort of thing, as we've all experienced in our lives. So this was during COVID, and this was without the free traffic, because we didn't know about it yet. We hadn't tested it yet. That's what we've been doing for the last year. This was, and we were just blown away by, that you'll see pages and pages and pages of this, of people in our forum where we asked them to just post their exciting success stories, and people like Matt. And I won't read this to you. You can read it yourself, but they have really good things to say, good advice to people in these testimonials here. But Matt, in 4 months, $455,000. You got Junaid, who's just killing it, $146,000 in 90 days. He's killing it. Penny and Craig, $150,000 in 30 days. Marco, $20,000 in 37 days. Justin, $1,000, over $1,000 in a 24-hour period. And there's just, it's just on and on. I mean, we get either emails or we get them in the forum. I mean, $31,000 in sales in 1 day. 7,400 in 9 hours. 4,000 while I'm asleep. I gotta love those. 6,000 in sales in a couple. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, guys. Right? And you're going to see even more of them. But think about that case study. All right. And of course, listen. Obviously, these guys followed the training. We can't guarantee any results, of course. But boy, there's a lot to look at and a lot to be impressed by. That's for damn sure.
There's another reason, guys, that we are so excited, and that is that all the student results that we've shown you so far, they've been achieved without any of these major advancements. So before I start talking about more of this, before I give you a sneak peek, just give me an update in the question box. Is this all making sense to you? We're going at a good pace here. Just give me a yes in the question box if if this is all making sense and we're going at a good pace. Okay, I can see the yeses flooding in there now. So we're going to shift things up a gear here, and I'm going to be sharing with you a look inside some of the things that work behind the scenes here in just a second. But before I do that, imagine what is possible. Imagine what's possible now, given, you've seen what Steve showed you here, these amazing results. And again, all this was done without any of these shortcuts. So just imagine what's possible now. The question you might be asking, though, is more specific to you. Can you really do this yourself? And the answer is yes. And we believe that because we've seen so many of our students who have had massive success. Many people came in with zero experience, and we've been able to train them up and show them how to do this. And we can do the same for you. Okay, so who wants to have a sneak peek inside the Launchpad? Now, give me a 1 in the question box if you want to have a quick look inside the Launchpad. And look, there we are full to the brim here. Okay, and I want half of you at least to give me a 1 in the question box, just to make sure you're paying attention, just to make sure that you're tuning in, because this is something that we have not revealed publicly before, and I just want you to. Okay, wow, okay, the ones are flooding in there now. Okay, so I'll give you a look inside in just a second. Right before I do that, though, this is the first screen that people see when they get started with the Launchpad. You'll see here it opens up and it asks you to select a store name. We've got great 2-word domain names in there that you can just select from. You can use your own domain name if you want to, and it just walks you through this 5-step system. Super easy to get going here, and then you'll see something like this once you're on the inside. Okay, and this is obviously what a more established store is going to look like, with money coming in, and you'll see that there are different sales channels down here that we'll talk about once we get things going a bit more here. But what I really like is looking at some of the analytics, looking at the live view, seeing what visitors are online right now, and then obviously seeing how your customers flow through here, the orders that you're getting, products, and so on and so forth. So this is really powerful, but you can't make sales until you've got products in your store. Okay, so this Launchpad is amazing, and it connects up with an amazing vault of products, which we call our profit vault. And in here, you're going to see we've got something like 2 million products in our database, and you can slice and dice them using different filters. We've got different filters up here. You can slice and dice using the filters, and then you find a product that you like this drone, and you can get some more information about it. You can see search volume, trends, so you can see how much traffic it's got, how the trend is going over time. You can see an existing description, title, and so on and so forth. And then another thing you can do is you can actually edit the product if you want to. So if you want to edit it yourself, you can do that inside a special page that opens up here. And then you can zap it into your store. And when you zap it into your store, it's going to come to your store page. This is just an example that we're seeing here, different products. And the product page looks something like this. And everything on this website has been designed for conversions. There are so many little things that happen behind the scenes that help someone convert to a sale, right down to the colors and different things like that we're choosing here. And this is all completely handled for you using the Launchpad. So who liked what they saw there? Give me a yes in the question box if you were interested in what you saw there, if you could, if that looked pretty exciting. Now, obviously, we could go much deeper into all of that. And later on in the call, if we get time, I will do a more thorough demo. That was really just to sort of whet your appetite there a little bit. Now, would you like to see some results, some brand new results from one of our test stores, one that we're using to share with our students? If you would, give me a 1 in the question box. And again, if I get enough of you putting a 1 in there, I'm going to show you some brand new results showing the kinds of sales that we've been getting on a brand new website from free traffic. Yeah, okay, cool, let's do it. So new store, $3,979 in sales in 1 week. Okay, brand new. This is just scratching the surface here. We could show you our own screenshots showing you, tens of thousands of dollars per day that we make from our online business. But this is a brand new store that we've set up for demonstration purposes. And you can see it's making hundreds and hundreds of dollars in sales every single day. This is all working on our Launchpad. And guys, this is an amazing system. I know I speak for Steve when I just say how excited and proud we are to have the opportunity to show you how you can do it. So what we've done here is we've put together a complete package of training, tools, and hand-holding support to give you everything that you need to change your life with this amazing system. And today what we're talking about is Kibo Code Quantum. Now, you heard from Steve a moment ago that about a year ago, we launched the original Kibo Code to the public. And you might be wondering, well, what is the big difference here? There are huge differences. We're talking about a quantum leap forward. Last year, what we focused on was simplicity, speed, and scale. That was our battle cry. And it worked. It worked incredibly well. But what we've got with Kibo Quantum is a light, a massive jump forward in our advancements there. And it's a little bit like, going from the old iPhone 1 right through to the iPhone 10 or 11. It's just that they're just almost incomparable. And the battle cry this year is all about speed, speed, speed. We know from experience, we know that the simplicity and scale are going to take care of themselves. And we are so confident in the speed that we can deliver here, and the speed and the time it's going to take you to, get results, get money coming in, that we're going to actually lay down a challenge. This is something that we have never, ever done before. And here's how it works. It's called the 30-day challenge, and you're going to get access to the Kibo Launchpad, immediately. You're going to be able to get your store and products live immediately. You're going to be able to start tapping into this free traffic immediately. And over your first 30 days, the goal is to get you to 100 sales. Give me a 100 in the question box if you'd be pretty happy if you could get 100 sales in your first 30 days with completely free traffic without spending a dime on anything. And obviously, this is a starting point, and we'll keep scaling from there. Okay, I can see the 100s flooding in there. Yeah, this is pretty exciting, and it's critically important, actually, because this gives you a psychological win. It gives you the confidence and the drive to persevere. It's that old thing of, you get one sale online, and you realize you can get 2 sales. You get 100 sales, and you realize you can get 1,000 sales, and keep growing from there, and you'll be able to see how the system works firsthand. So the aim here is super, super simple. Hit 100 sales within 30 days and be on your way to hitting a milestone number 1, which is a run rate of $1,000 in profit per week. And hopefully we'll get you there in your first 30 days. We will help you take massive action. We're going to be there with you every step of the way. So how exactly is this going to work? We've got 7 components of Kibo Code Quantum, and these 7 components all work together to help you start making money fast. So they're divided up into different areas. The first part of this is the training. Our training is cutting edge. It's at the very cutting edge of what we're doing, and we're going to be guiding you through week by week by week, step by step by step, how to get going. Now, I want to be crystal clear here. You're going to be able to get results fast in a matter of days. We're talking about 30 days time getting 100 sales. So we do have a core curriculum that runs in parallel to that. In fact, just to look at last year, for example, in 2020, our training didn't stop after 8 weeks. We kept training and updating our members for the entire year. And that's what you're getting in the Kibo Academy here. You're getting something that plays nicely with the 30-day challenge, making sure that you can make sales fast inside your first 30 days and hopefully get to 100 sales. But then also expanding on that, diving deeper, expanding into all different areas of the system. We've got a members area that you can access at any point in time. We do live training. We've got PDFs. We've got manuals that we release every single week. We do Q&A sessions, anything that we can do, and we're constantly adapting this and adding to it, anything that we can do to help you get different results, to help you move the ball forward here and see success. We're absolutely committed to that. So that's component number 1. Component number 2 is the Launchpad. And I mean, you've had a sneak peek inside this already. This is a game changer. It's easy to use. It's beginner friendly. It's going to allow you to view your sales and your profits, to see live visitor analytics, have everything at your fingertips, and it's not going to cost you anything to get started here with this. You can have your store up and running. You won't have to pay for Shopify or use WordPress or anything else like that, because we've got you completely covered. We've poured over $250,000 into developing this Launchpad. Okay, we've put an enormous amount of time and energy and just everything we've got into building the best product. And when we were building this Launchpad, we really went back to the drawing board and we said, look, we've seen how Kibo Code members went in 2020. Things went really well for so many people. What could we do to make it even easier in Kibo Quantum for people who want to hit the reset button, for people who have got a bit of experience online, but have never really made their breakthrough, or even for people with existing businesses, what can we do? And we poured all of that, all of our experience and infrastructure into this launchpad. And the next thing we did was the Kibo Superstores. We've barely even spoken about this, but the Kibo Superstores are where we will actually do a store for you. It's a done for you store. And I really want to stress this. Never before have we actually built a store and delivered that to someone completely done for them. And that's what we're doing here. You're getting a store built out for you just the way it needs to be built. You're going to have all the bells and whistles integrated for you, and it's not going to cost you a dime. If you were setting up the same thing, or if we were going to set up the same thing for you using Shopify as an example, and many people are familiar with that, then it would cost you over $1,000 per month to get all the different apps and bells and whistles. All of those are going to be built into your Kibo store that, again, we are doing completely for you. And then we've got Profit Vault. This is near and dear to our heart. Profit Vault is amazing. There are over 2 million products inside of Profit Vault. All of these products are in the United States, okay? There are over 220 suppliers that we are integrated with. All of the inventory is updated live in real time. You can suck these products into your store at the push of a button, okay? And we're giving you 10 hand-picked products. These 10 products are completely 100% unique to you. No one else is going to have these 10 products. Okay, that's the fourth part of the fourth component here is the Kibo Profit Vault. Super excited about this. These are going to be products that are going to allow you to hit the ground running, and of course the ability to expand beyond those 10 products to as many as you want by using the Profit Vault. Super exciting. And then we've got the Kibo accelerators. These are step-by-step action plans, free Facebook traffic strategies, how to expand different traffic sources and build your business. And the Kibo Power Labs is also more shortcuts, built-in tools, built-in bells and whistles, domain tools, design software tools, listing builders, and so much more that are going to save you a huge amount of money and help you make more money. And then on top of all of this, this is really important, the support system. We don't just have one avenue of support, we've got multiple avenues of support. And Steve and I are personally involved in this every single day. We get emails coming in, doesn't matter what time it is, you can contact us any time of the day. We realize that people are on different time zones. We're going to help you out. We've got Steve and I, obviously, but also a team of expert coaches who understand Kibo. They understand Kibo because they do it themselves, and we are all here helping you every step of the way. And as if all of that wasn't enough, hopefully you can see the power of those components here and why we've chosen each individual one. You're also getting access to our virtual live event. So this is a 2-day virtual event where we're going to get on with you on live sessions. We're going to have expert speakers. We're going to talk about how you can triple your revenues and profits, different growth strategies, how to build that competitive advantage. And you're going to come away from this with just a treasure trove of extra information and insights into how to expand and grow your business. We've also got the Kibo Achievement System. These are a set of badges which are going to help you with your accountability, and it's a way to gamify what we're doing here. It's a way to make it fun. It's a way to challenge yourself, and we want to help you move from one badge to the next, to the next, to the next. So you can see we've got badge that you'll get when you hit $100 per day. We've got one that you'll hit when you hit $273 per day, and so on and so forth, right up to Kibo King, which is the $2 million badge. And we'd like to help as many of you as we possibly can go up and get these badges. Now, and I should add, those badges, what they actually do is they appear in different areas inside the community. So in the members forum is one place, as an example, where you'll see some of these. Now, just to reiterate here, all of the obstacles have been eliminated. No traffic issues, no risk, very high profit margins, rapid results. And again, that 30-day challenge, your first 30 days, the goal there is to get you to 100 sales and to build to a $1,000 per week profit, and then scale up to $5,000 a week, $10,000 a week, and beyond, just like many of our students have done. And if you think it might not be realistic to get to $10,000 per week in the short term with completely free traffic, then just think back to that case study that Steve shared. $21,000 in 7 days selling a laser engraving machine completely in the free traffic marketplace that we've been sharing with you here. We're going to share exactly how we do this, okay? Everything. Now, this doesn't require any special experience. If you can follow along, if you can just follow in our footsteps and reach out to us if you need any help, then that's enough. We're going to be able to help you move forward. There are no financial roadblocks. We've got everything sorted. You come in, the only thing you're going to have to buy is a domain name. You need to be motivated, be patient, and follow the steps. This is the perfect opportunity for people that want to hit the reset button. If you want to hit the reset button, type reset in the question box. It's the perfect opportunity for people that want to supplement their existing income. If maybe you've already got a day job, maybe you've got an existing online business, you want to grow that. This is another way that you can do it. It doesn't require a large amount of time. We're talking about 5 to 10 hours per week to get this up and running, and then you've got a true passive income stream. Okay, we've spent 12 years helping thousands of people. We are absolutely convinced that we can help you as well. We've seen so many people succeed with this from all corners of the globe. People who have struggled in the past who are now crushing it. People are getting results faster than ever before. And keep in mind, all of these success stories that we're showing you here, these are people that didn't have access to the enormous shortcuts and technological advancements that we're sharing with you here. There has never been a better time to get involved with e-commerce. Steve has spoken about the growth of e-commerce. You want to get on this bandwagon. And look, remember, these are results that people have got who come from all walks of life. We can't guarantee any kind of special results at all, but you know the drill. Penny and Craig, where was that one? They did 150 grand in 30 days. They did even, yeah, what did they do? 150 grand in 30 days. Junaid, 146 grand in 90 days. Matt, 455 grand in 4 months. This is what's at stake here. And any of these kind of results, they require some work. But guess what? In all the years that we've been doing this, we have never, ever seen the kind of success rate that we're seeing right now. This is something that could absolutely change your life. It can give you that additional income stream. It could give you that safe and secure retirement if that's what you're after. It can give you the ability to live life on your terms, or maybe you want to help other people more, like your kids, your parents, your siblings, whatever you want. You can achieve it when you get that financial freedom, that time freedom, and the geographic freedom. And that's what we're going to help you build here today. Now, there are a couple of limitations here, guys. We can only accept a limited number of people into this. Coaching and support takes time. Plus, there is a limit to the number of done-for-you elements that we can actually give away and do for people. We start on Friday. We've got a firm time deadline. We need to get you in. We need to get you started on the 30-day challenge. So get in as soon as you're able to here, okay? So what's it going to take to get started? We're going to reveal absolutely everything. You're going to get all the systems, the strategies, the software, the support, everything. If you're serious, you can make this work. We've battled with the price here. Originally, we wanted to charge $9,997. We thought that with everything we've achieved with the Kibo Code members in 2020 and all of the technological advancements, that we could do that. And, it would allow people to get up and running and making money quickly. And that would be a fair price to charge. Keep in mind, we charge $12,000 annually for our mastermind. We've poured hundreds of thousands of dollars into development here behind the scenes. It would be an absolute steal at $9,997. But we also are aware that that would, price this, out of the market for most people. Most people wouldn't be able to jump into it at that price point. So you won't pay $4,997. You won't pay $9,997. $4,997. Now, we're not going to ask you for this, okay? But even if you were to pay this, would it be worth paying that if this was something that could get you to, $100 profit per day, day after day after day after day, $200 profit per day, $500 profit per day? Hopefully you can see that it would. But as I've said, you're not going to pay that. You can get complete access today for $3,497. And you can see a split part payment plan there as well. So you can get in for as little as $997. You'll still get instant access to everything. You'll be able to participate in the 30-day challenge, everything. Most people do tend to take that one-part payment option there, because it does have the $491 discount built into it. You can see the link on the screen there. We'll get that in the chat box for you now. Go to that link right now. Get started. We would love to have you in here with us. You've got zero risk here. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not seeing results within 30 days, then we don't want your money, okay? We want to get you making money. We need to get you making money. That's why we've got the 30-day challenge. You've got a no questions asked money-back guarantee just for your peace of mind. You can change your mind 29 minutes from now, 29 days from now. Get going with this here. You've got no risk. We're doing something crazy as well, verging on crazy. You know, double your money back guarantee. This is how confident we are that you can succeed with this. As long as you follow every step of the training curriculum without deviation and actively use our support system and our tools and our resources, we guarantee to not only refund your purchase, but double your money back if for some reason you're unable to make sales in your first 60 days. We want to change your life, and we don't want anything to prevent you from giving this a try. You've got nothing to lose here and everything to gain, but you have to jump in. Guys, I'm going to be revealing in a moment a fast action taker bonus that's going to be available to 30 people, and the first 30 people to jump in are going to get access to that. So if you're already jumping in here, please just let me know with an I'm in the question box. If you're in process still, just type process. You want to get in as fast as you can to make sure that you can get one of those action taker bonuses. Don't wait any longer, guys. Spaces are limited. We will fill up. We always do. And guess what, guys? We're not done, because we've got a few other things to throw in here just for good measure. Now, if you become a Kibo Code Quantum member today on this workshop with us right now, then you're going to get access to 3 action taker bonuses as well. The first of these is what we call Kibo Bootcamp. Now, I want you to know these 3 bonuses that I'm about to go through, they are complementary to what we're doing in Kibo Quantum. They're things that maybe are not focused on the operations day to day or the tactical or strategy day to day, but the things that are going to help you build your business. And this is the first one of those. So Kibo Bootcamp is where you can follow along. These will be videos from me, short videos from me, sharing advice, sharing execution hacks, how to blast through procrastination, how to build teams, how to get your subconscious working for you. So a lot of neuro work, mindset, those types of things, and how to rewire your mind to attract success. This is something that I'm pretty passionate about. So this is like a whole course within itself. And actually, I think this is worth the price of admission, because this has, far-reaching results. This is something that could help you for the rest of your life in any project that you get into. We've got Kibo Talk. This is our community. We've got a special section of Kibo Talk, which is just for Quantum members. This is where you're going to be able to interact with other members, get help and advice. We're in there every single day helping you. Huge value here. It's another support avenue. You can learn from people who are making thousands of dollars per day with the system. And then we've got Profit Genie as well. So Profit Genie is a Chrome extension. It's an add-on to Chrome. And what it does is it analyzes the different types of things about physical products that you might be thinking about selling. So it can give you push-button profit calculations. It can give you live competitive pricing analysis, trend score analysis, keyword search volume data, and so much more. So this is pretty cool. It's another piece of software that one of those things that we could talk about for 20 minutes by giving you a demo, but we just haven't had time here today. There is so much here for everyone to get excited about. Right now, though, the only thing you need to do is get in. Please let me know in the question box if you are already in, because we need to know who the first 30 people are who are going to be getting access to the Action Taker bonus, which I'll reveal in just a second here. Okay, it's time for you to decide. Don't let this pass you. Don't let this pass you by. We only do one training like this a year. That's what we've done for the past decade. Okay, and we're not going to be doing another training like this until at least 2020, and we'll never ever be opening Kibo Quantum again to the public. Okay, so it's time for you to decide. We would love to have you with us. We will hit capacity. We always hit capacity. We're going to be shutting down as soon as we hit capacity or in time for the first training session. Okay, it happens every single year. So we are going to be giving you a special bonus in just a second for the action takers, but let me know if you're jumping in. I'm going to read out a bunch of names of people who have said that they are in, and congratulations to those people for taking that leap of faith. Sylvia Chan, Laurel, Deirdre, Gabby, Mario, Christian, Eric, Mariano, Devon, Angel, Audrey, Jose, Ali, Cato, Peter, Chan, Darren, Alun, Peg, Janice, Sean, Carlos, Linda. Well, I can't even get to all the names, guys. If I've missed your name, it doesn't matter. I just can't get to everyone. Congratulations to everyone who is jumping in. I can see here that we've gone way past 30 people. Okay, so what we'll do is the first 60 people to get in are going to get this. We'll call it the Fast 60 bonus. So the first 60 people to get in here are going to get this extra bonus here. The first part of it is the profit calculator. This is a cool little tool that you can plug numbers into, have a look at your sales, see how many sales you're going to have to get each month to reach your income goals. Okay, it's a cool little tool that you'll get. if you're part of the first 60 here. And you'll also be invited to become a Kibo tester. This is a beta tester, allow you to test out new technology before we release it to the general public. Now, I want you to know that the way this works is you have to write your name in the question box so that we can upgrade you to be part of the Fast 60. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to download a chat log. We're going to see who the first 60 people were to say that they got in. If you're already in, then you will get this. And we will upgrade you to make sure that you actually get this. Okay, this is not going to be something that we can offer to everyone. Right now, though, Steve, I think it'll be a good chance now to take some questions.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so there's a bunch of questions around Profit Vault and people not understanding exactly what Profit Vault is and all that sort of thing. And I get it. There's a lot to go over here, and it's very hard to share all this information in a short period of time. So I apologize on that. So first thing to understand is that the 10 done-for-you products are separate from Profit Vault. And what they are 10 products that our team has picked out just for people who join us. And they are specifically curated to work especially well with the free traffic method, because there are certain categories and types of products that we found in all of our testing and everything that work better on the Facebook Marketplace. So again, you know, in keeping with our whole, we want to get things done as easily as possible and as quickly as possible. That's the whole vision for the 10 done-for-you products. Now, Profit Vault itself, right, is in addition to that, and it is a database of suppliers and products, hundreds of suppliers, millions of products. Okay. However, it's not just that. Every supplier that is in Profit Vault had to sign up and execute a real-time interface with our Launchpad. So what that means is that everything is automatic. There's no going to the supplier and saying, hey, can I sell your stuff? Do I have to fill this form out? Do I have to give you $10? Do I have to give you a reseller certificate? Do you actually have these products in stock? You know, how do I need to call you and place an order when I get an order, and blah, 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 all that kind of crap. All gone, because there is a real-time industry standard interface with all of these suppliers that allows us to pull all of their products, their stock levels, complete transparency about what they have, what they're selling it for, and, you know, a bunch of other metrics so that we can pull out things that are probably going to be winners and things like that. So it's a database that you have at your disposal to go in and suck out products to test with and make profits with. And then also there is, because we have this live interface, there is this automated fulfillment where it's completely automated between the Launchpad and the supplier, your website, and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully that explains it just a little bit more.
Aiden, Steve, hey, real quick, I want to jump in here for a moment. Just to, first of all, say thank you so much for this training. This has been unbelievable. I've been taking a ton of notes here behind the scenes, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time to do this for everybody in my community, because it really means a lot to me. And so, guys, you know, I've been watching the question box, and I've been seeing all your comments come through, your questions come through, and the big thing I see is how excited everybody is, because I think people can really see the potential here, and personally I'm blown away with what you guys put together on this training. So thank you so much for that, guys. Now listen, everybody, like if you're here right now with us on this training, I want you to know right now this is an opportunity to hit the ground running in 2021 with a system that has been proven to work over and over again, right? You know, once again, Steve and Aiden haven't just done this themselves. They're helping hundreds, if not thousands of students do this as well, right? And that's one of the best things about this system, right, guys? Because it removes the reliance on your own personal ability, because you're able to leverage the powerful shortcuts that they put together with this system to speed up results. And I think that anybody in here would be happy hitting 100 sales in 30 days. As a matter of fact, guys, let me know in the question box, would you be happy hitting 100 sales in your first 30 days with the system? Let me know with a yes or a hell yes. All right, yeah, people are coming in with yeses all the way through here. Yeah, of course you would, right? And that's exactly what you can achieve with this system, right? And so Steve and Adam, their Kibo Code Quantum is something I personally endorse. I really believe it is an amazing program. It's helping a lot of people have success online, and chances are I know it can help you too. So, and I've known Steve and Aiden for a long time. I really have, guys. And these are two people that are the real deal, right? Not only do they talk the talk, but they absolutely walk the walk. And this is something that gets results, guys. So obviously, now Steve and Aiden have some really cool stuff and some bonuses and everything that comes along with Kibo Code Quantum. But I wanted to sweeten the deal a little bit just for everybody here, because I spent some time preparing an exclusive couple bonuses, which I think will be really beneficial to you guys. Now, it's super important to remember that you can only get these bonuses today when you go to the link you see in the chat or on the link you see on your screen, guys, which is going to be getkibonow.com, right? It's getkibonow.com. And so what are those bonuses? Well, let's get into those bonuses right now. All right, guys, so the first bonus that I want to give to everybody here that jumps in and joins Kibo Code Quantum, and by going to getkibonow.com, is you're going to get this bonus right here, which is an exclusive Facebook training done by yours truly, me. So, guys, you all know that I am pretty good when it comes to running Facebook ads, when it comes to affiliate marketing and other offers, but I'm also pretty good at running offers for e-commerce stuff as well, guys. As a matter of fact, when I had my advertising agency, we would spend millions of dollars on e-commerce products for our clients. And so, I know a thing or two about how to scale up a campaign, right? And especially when it comes to e-commerce stuff. And so what I've done is I put together an exclusive training where I'm going to show you and share with you the best way to drive traffic to your store with Kibo using Facebook ads, right? Now, obviously you can do free traffic, but I'm going to show you how you can actually use Facebook ads to scale up to even bigger volume, right? Because it's almost like adding, gasoline onto the fire, which is really, really cool, right? And so you'll be able to scale up your store even faster with some of the advanced methods that I'm going to share with you on this training, right? And you'll get instant access to the training as well once you jump in by going to getkibonow.com. And the cool thing is you'll also be able to see some hidden interest, right? So I'm going to show you exactly how to find some better interest when it comes to targeting, how to scale up, how to use more lookalikes, how to use and leverage the power of your pixel to have more success. And guys, once again, as I mentioned before, this bonus is only available when you join through the link below, which you'll see in the chat, or by going to getkibonow.com, right? And then, so that's the first bonus, right? Now let's get into the second bonus right here, guys. So bonus number 2 is a live masterclass. So I was able to, convince, and also known as like twist the arm of Steve and Aiden, to do a follow-up masterclass training to help you have even more help to become successful with the system, right? So myself, Steve, and Aiden are going to be doing a live masterclass with everybody that joins today through that link at getkibonow.com. And what we're going to do is we're going to be able to answer your questions, give you the help, give you a little inside scoop. And I've also convinced, Steve and Aiden to kind of peel back the curtain a little bit further so they can really share with you so even more advanced tricks and tips to help you have success with Kibo Code Quantum, right? And so I'm excited about that. We're going to be doing that training. Obviously, once this webinar and training is done, everybody jumps in. We will go ahead and release the times and dates for that. Yes, it will be recorded as well, so you'll have that as a nice value and bonus, guys. And so once again, this bonus is only available today by joining the link below. So when you jump into Kibo right now, Kibo Quantum, you're going to get not only the amazing program that Steve and Aiden put together, you're going to get all those bonuses, but you're also going to get these 2 bonuses here, guys. That exclusive Facebook training to scale up your store using Facebook ads, and the live masterclass that Steve, Aiden, and myself will be putting together when you join, guys. Now, once again, in order to get those special bonuses, you have to go to getkibonow.com, and that's the way it's going to work, guys. So those are the 2 exclusive bonuses when you jump into the Kibo Code Quantum right now, guys. All right, so Steve and Aiden, I know your time is tight, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass it back to you right now. I know there's a lot more you want to cover.
Hey, yeah, thanks for that. Steve, let's take some more questions there.
Won't the free traffic get saturated? Yeah, no. And let me tell you why. Right now, there are 800 million monthly users of the Facebook marketplace. By the time we deploy every single one of our Kibo Quantum members, you know how many there's going to be? 800 million. It's just a tiny little drop in the bucket of all of us. participating in this. There is no problem at all with saturation. How many stores can I create with Launchpad? Currently, 3 stores. Keep in mind, you just need 1. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, you can do 3. So if you had like an existing Shopify store or something like that, you could, transfer it over and stop paying fees and build a new one as well. So what about competition between the Kibo members? And will there be competition on the marketplace? There won't, for 2 reasons. One is that these 10 products are exclusively yours. And the second reason is that the Facebook marketplace is so huge that it's just already so big. There's plenty of room for people to not knock into each other. We had a question from somebody in Australia who said, I don't understand. I can't ship from Australia to the USA, or it's problematic. So I don't understand how I can make this work. Well, you don't have to worry about any of that because we're using the dropship model here, meaning that you put something on using Facebook Marketplace as an example, you put something on the Facebook Marketplace to sell, but you don't actually even have the product, okay? But you put it on there, and then when somebody buys it from you, okay, and they can check out on your web store that was built with Launchpad, it automatically interfaces to the supplier and has them ship it to the buyer. Okay, so you don't ever actually even see it, touch it, feel it, nothing. You don't have to worry about any of that. Can I use the Facebook Marketplace if my Facebook advertising account was shut down? Absolutely. They are completely separate things, and there's no problem at all if you've had issues with Facebook advertising. We've been experimenting with the Facebook Marketplace for a year now, and we've not had one person have their Facebook Marketplace account shut down. Well, and there is no Facebook Marketplace account. You're just using your Facebook account. Keep in mind, you can, click off a setting where, your friends don't see the stuff that you're selling on the Facebook Marketplace. So if you just want to keep things, I mean, it's no big deal if you want them to, or that if you don't care. But if you want to keep things, kind of separate, you can totally do that, separate and private. It's not a problem. Do we get access to more products after the 10 products? Yes, absolutely, definitely. Remember, I was telling you that the 10 done for you products are completely separate from Profit Vault. You get both of those things. Profit Vault has millions of products that you can have access to and an immediate interface to the suppliers that provide those. Will I make sales within the 30-day refund period? We get a lot of those questions. I can absolutely say with the most certainty of any course that we have ever deployed, the answer to that is a resounding yes, yes, yes. As long as now, mind you, you have to actually do what we tell you to do. I mean, if you come on board and then don't do anything, then no. But, I'm assuming you're going to do what we tell you to do. So how much time is required? Is it a full-time job or something? Absolutely not. We estimate that somewhere around 5 to 10 hours per week is probably what the average person will need. It's tough to say that with certainty just because everybody's so different. Some people will need less than that. Some people might need a little bit more than that. But that's probably a pretty good average, somewhere around 5 to 10 hours a week. When can I start making sales? Yeah, I get it. Believe me, we are all about fast, fast, fast. You're gonna be making sales faster than any course we have ever done in a matter of days. I lay out my kind of goal on the training and tools and everything in the first video that's in the members area right now, which kind of lays out the process of getting to quickly making those first sales. I think you'll be very, very pleased. It's going to be super fast.
Hey, Steve, did you want to take a couple more questions there, or otherwise I've got a bunch more things that I could dive into?
Yeah, go ahead, I'll keep looking for the common ones.
Yeah, keep flagging them, and guys, we'll take your questions in the back end. So drop them in the question box there. We have put the link for you in the chat box as well, and you can see the link on the screen. That's the link that you need to go to secure your spot to invest in this here And if I actually just open that page up, it's going to redirect you to a page that looks a bit like this. And you'll see you've got a couple of different options on here. Super simple to get started. You've got your 30-day guarantee badge up there. And all you have to do is choose how you're going to get in. So you've got the two different options. Most people tend to take this one because it does have an instant discount baked into it. You just click on here. That'll take you through. And then you can pay with your, you can pay with your credit card, PayPal, however you want to pay. I'm in New Zealand, but it'll obviously show up for your country. Okay, so go ahead and do that. We are going to be finishing up here in about 10 minutes time. It would be great if you want to get into this, that you can secure your spot in the next 10 minutes, because sometimes, we have these technological issues where something goes wrong during checkout or something's not working. And if you're getting in right now, then we might be able to help you through the question box if something goes wrong for you. Okay, so you can be in probably about 60 seconds flat if you go to that link and actually do it now. Keep listening to me in the meantime, but don't wait for me to finish talking here, because I'd rather you just get in so we don't run into any potential issues. Okay, so I've mentioned the Fast 30, which we turned into the Fast 60 bonus, and all you have to do there is put your name in the question box. The setup with what we're doing here is super simple. We've made it just as simple as we possibly could. You start by choosing a domain name and a logo. These are all done for you. You just select them, and then you can use our hand-picked products. You'll install everything, get it all up and running, and we'll do all the heavy lifting for you there. You'll have 10 products ready to go from the outset. You can start selling these without spending a dime on any kind of advertising or anything else. Now, I think this is really important. When life gets busy, it gets hard to think about how your life could be better. Some things are obvious. I think, for example, everyone can say, I want to have more money so that I can, buy that car that I want, or I want to have more money so I can cover the bills. But beyond that, and even sometimes including that, I think most people don't think much about this. It's so tough to do this, to really sit down and dream a little and think bigger. I actually schedule time aside every month to do it, just to think beyond my current reality. Like, where would you like to get to in life? What would you like to do? We've just started a new year. This is a new chapter. Regardless of what has happened in the past, you've got new opportunities. Could a business that provides you with a passive income of, I don't know, $100 profit per day, $200 profit per day, I don't know, $1,000 profit per day, whatever it is for you, could that kind of a business that gives you that passive income that you could run on almost complete autopilot from anywhere in the world just with an internet connection, would that kind of business open up a new realm of possibility for you? Because in my mind, that's really what's at stake here. Everyone's got different aspirations. This is a way that we think we can help you move forward here. We would love for you to join us, okay? But you have to take that first leap of faith. You have to go to that link that you can see there right now and get in. Look, and I'm sure that you've got more questions. I'm sure of it. I'm sure we've given you a good amount of information. You've heard a lot of stories already, but I'm sure there are more questions, and maybe you can't even pinpoint what that question is. But if you come on the inside, then we can help you. Get on the inside, then we can help you. And this is something that I keep coming back to all the time. Anytime I want to make a significant change in my life, I remember that I need to do something different to get to that change. I can't keep doing the same things over and over and over again and expect a different result. Life just doesn't work like that, Don't do the same thing over and over again. What we're doing here, what we're sharing with you here today, is brand new. It's cutting edge. It's the best thing that we have ever developed in all the years that we've been doing online courses and training and coaching people. We've never seen the kind of success rate that we've seen over the past 12 months. And guess what? That was all without any of these major breakthroughs that we've made, that we've been sharing with you here today. Follow the system carefully. You could be our next success story. We've got dozens and dozens of these kinds of stories from people from all corners of the globe. All of these people, none of this was magic. They all put in a bit of work. They all, they had the patience, they had the perseverance. They all put in that work, and that's, I think, a requirement. But guess what? We want to work with people who are serious. We want to work with people who want to make that breakthrough, and we will help you every step of the way. Adam, $23,729 in a single month using our system here. Joshua says, my success involves me taking steps that are way out my comfort zone. I've done that now, and I'm doing 13,043 in sales. That's what he had done up until that point. And that was just in his first 6 weeks or so. Katie was doing 8 to 12 orders per day. Dan did sales 62 days in a row with orders every single day. He's up in Canada. Tracy, I love this story. She had never made a dime online. She had struggled. She reminded me a lot of myself, actually, because the first 2 years that I was online, it was like 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards, 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. And, Tracy finally made her breakthrough, and she had gone from zero to over $3,500, and that was in just her first month, I think it was. $53,344 in sales, 1,000 orders from Thomas. The sky's the limit here. This absolutely works, and you can do this. This is another exciting option that we haven't spoken about much, but when you've got a website that makes you a lot of money, then you can actually sell it for a lot of money. And admittedly, first you have to build the website that's going to make you a lot of money, but websites that make money are assets, and you can absolutely sell them. Okay, and selling a website for 880 grand, that might not be typical, that might not be normal, but if you're making a lot of money, it sure as hell can be. Okay, look at Matt, 455 grand in 4 months. And he says, you have to take ownership. They give us everything to succeed, and you have to take the responsibility of using the tools and working the system. Junaid, be patient, follow the training, and you'll be successful. He generated 146 grand between September and November. Penny and Craig, I love their story. They battled away month after month after month, and they made this breakthrough. And then they did 150 grand in 30 days, and they're going from strength to strength. It's your turn now. Make 2021 your year. I'm going to go off script a little bit here. This is inside our community, guys. Look at what I'm sharing here on the screen. We never really share this in public, but this is inside our community, and you're going to be able to come in here once you're a member, and we'll have a special section for Quantum members, and you'll be able to see these kind of results, and people are going to be able to get these kind of results. I couldn't even read through all of these if I wanted to, but you're seeing so many people here write about their first sale. I just made my first sale. I just made my first sale. I made $1,000. I made $50,000. Over and over and over again. And we've got page after page after page of these kinds of stories. I'm just browsing through. We've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stories in here. So if you're looking for proof that a system works, you've got it right here in front of you. I'm showing you page after page after page of people that we have helped, people that came into our system, people that got results. So if you've failed in the past, have faith. All of these people that you're seeing here, they don't have anything special that you don't have or can't get. We can help you here, but you need to take that leap of faith. Go to that link that you can see on the screen there. We are going to shut this down in about 5 minutes, guys. So I would love for you to be able to get in before we do that. This goes on, look, page after page after page. I think you get the idea. I think you get the idea at this point. Page after page after page of success story, regular people getting these life-changing results, okay? And look, the reality is this. You need to make a fully informed decision. I'm not asking you even for a firm yes or a no today. I'm asking you to make a fully informed decision, and that's all. The only way that you can make a fully informed decision is on the inside. You can't even do that from the outside. You need to get on the inside so that you can see if everything that we've said on this workshop is as valuable as we've said it is, and you'll see that it is. And then if you're happy with it, then you keep it. And if you're not, if you change your mind, 29 minutes from now, 29 days from now, that's absolutely fine. We can give you your money back, no hard feelings, no questions asked. Just drop us an email, contact our support desk. Within those 30 days, we will give you your money back. At least you would have put yourself in a position to win here. You've got nothing to lose, but you need to give yourself a chance here. So don't wait any longer. Go to the URL that you can see there. Go there right now and let me know once you're in, okay? Or if you're in the process, just type process in the question box. I want to know where we're at with people here. And I can see more people are jumping in. So guys, I know this can be scary sometimes, but this is what we've been reiterating over and over again. It's going outside your comfort zone. That's where the magic happens. This is a big investment. I get it. It might be the biggest you've considered making in a long time, but let's just look at the facts. Access to this costs one payment of $3,497 or 4 payments of $997. And for a lot of people, the knee-jerk reaction to that kind of a thing is just to say that you can't afford it. But I don't know your own financial situation. I don't know what your financial situation is, and I would not recommend you to do anything that puts you in an awkward financial situation. And I'm not qualified to give you financial advice anyway, but what I will say is that in my experience, my biggest wins in life, in all areas of life, have always come when I've gone outside my comfort zone. It's a common theme with the most successful people that I know. And guess what? It's a common theme with our most successful members as well. The magic happens when you go outside the comfort zone because that's where you grow. I think the real question is, how badly do you want this? If you want it badly enough, if you can see the power in what we're talking about here, then you'll see that the investment, you'll see it in a different perspective. And if you want to get in, you'll find a way. The real question is, not how much it costs. It's, are you willing to do what it takes to get in? If you want this, then get in right now. Don't wait another second. We're going to be wrapping this up in a few minutes here. Don't wait for me to stop talking here. It's better that you can get in, that you can secure your spot. We can make sure that you're on the inside without any issues before we leave. And if you do have an issue when you're going through that checkout process, like if the page isn't working or something like that, then we can help you. Okay. And let's not forget, you are completely backed up with our 30-day no questions asked refund period, meaning you can change your mind 29 minutes from now, 29 days from now, get a full refund, no questions asked. And we're so confident that we're even offering you our double guarantee. As long as you follow the steps in the training, we know that you'll be able to make sales. And if you're not making sales inside of 60 days, then we're going to not just return your investment, but we'll actually double it. We've helped so many people with this. We can help you as well, but you need to take action right now. If you don't do anything, then nothing is going to change. Everything stays the same. In fact, things don't just stay the same, they actually get worse because you're going to be missing out on an opportunity. So put yourself in a position to succeed. Now, for those of you who haven't signed up yet and who, from a financial point of view, you feel comfortable, you know that from a financial point of view, you can do this without any investment risk, then the next most common question that we get is about time. And to me, the question about time is better than the question about money because, money is something that goes up and down. Money can be replenished, but time is gone forever. So you need to be careful about how you spend your time. Now, when it comes to time, most people are pretty similar. We can make time available for the things that are important to us. In fact, you're here right now. So 1.5 hours into this workshop, and I know you've got some time. The question is, if you're willing to prioritize, if you're willing to spend 5 to 10 hours a week on this, and you can go at your own pace. You can accelerate if you want to. You can go more slowly if you want to. It's fine. The faster you go, the more results you're going to get, and that's absolutely fine. You can start this lifestyle business with as little as 5 hours per week. That's it, 5 hours per week. You can get this up and running, and you can start to build something that could be life-changing for you and your family, your loved ones. And I think you're right here now because in your heart that you want to explore another opportunity. Otherwise, you wouldn't have turned up to this workshop. And there are hundreds and hundreds of people on this workshop right now listening to this. And I know every single one of you is trying to make a decision. What do you need to know? What is it that we could share with you to put your mind at ease? There must be some unanswered questions, something that we haven't shared with you here. Otherwise, you would be jumping in or you'd be leaving the workshop. We would love to be able to help you here, guys, but you need to take that leap of faith. Now, we might have a chance for some more questions in just a second here. Let me see how we're going for time. Steve, maybe we could do just another couple of questions here, and then I'll wrap things up. And we still have that money to give away, guys. So stick around. We'll get to that shortly.
Okay, so does the 30-day challenge begin at the end of the 8-week core training? No. We're going to get to that right out of the gate. So stand by on that. We don't need to do, I just want to make that really much more, clear. Aiden talked about this. You do not need 8 weeks of training in order to make substantial life-changing, business and income. I mean, we saw the case study. And that does not require all 8 weeks of training because we're only using the free traffic at first. There have been some people confused about if they choose the split pay option, they're wondering, well, everything's going to be delivered so fast. Do they get full access, like to the 10 products, to Launchpad? And yes, there's absolutely no difference in the experience of the member, whether they pick the one-time pay or the split pay. The only difference is the one-time pay person is saving money. Are all the suppliers US based for fast shipping? Yes, they are. Lots of people trying to clarify are exactly how much more money, other than obviously the investment in Kibo Code Quantum. What is a realistic startup budget? How much money do I really need? So what I can tell you is that for the first 6 months, you do not need anything, no money whatsoever, except to buy a domain name, which is like $10. Because you're not going to spend any money on any additional software. You're not going to spend any money on buying the inventory until you already have an order, right? So somebody pays you $20 for something you're going to go buy for $10. Okay, so you already have that money. So that's not an outlay of cost. And you're not going to spend any money, obviously, on the traffic. Now, could you start to expand into paid traffic before 6 months is up? Yeah, of course. And the other thing that happens after 6 months is that the Launchpad goes to a charge that's less than $100 a month, kind of in line with Shopify, but it has all of the stuff that Shopify would charge $1,000 a month for. And you're under no obligation to do that if you don't want to. If we're not making you tons of money, then don't do it. That's cool. But for the first 6 months, the absolute only thing you'll have to do is a domain. Period. That's it.
Hey, Steve, we're just starting to run a little bit short of time here, so maybe I can just jump back in here, guys. We're going to wrap this up in 10 minutes time, okay? And you've been here for an hour and a half now. I want to help you make your decision in the next 10 minutes, and you might decide that this is not for you, and that's absolutely fine. We respect that. At least you've given it some thought. If you do decide to jump in the next 10 minutes, though, then we've put together a little bit something extra here just for you. And what we're going to give you if you jump in the next 10 minutes, and if you've already jumped in, you'll get this as well. We're going to give you some special training around social media marketing in 2021, what we're doing in our business. We're going to give you some training around engagement funnels, what they are, and how you can use them to get higher profits, not just from your Kibo business, but from any business you might build in the future. And we're going to give you something called Lightning Copy. And this is hacks to rapidly produce copywriting that converts. And this is something that can be applied to a whole range of different businesses as well. And you can see the link on the screen there that you would need to go to. I'm going to click the start on this timer here. It's going to run for 10 minutes. And when we get down to the end of that 10 minutes, we're going to actually end this workshop. Okay, we'll wrap it up and we'll close it down. So look, guys, I really want, if you're thinking about getting in, make your decision in the next 10 minutes, one way or another. I think the worst thing that could happen here is that you leave from this without having made your decision. And if you can get in while we're still on the call, then even better, because you get a few extra bonuses, bells and whistles. So I'm going to recap everything one last time here for you, okay, and then we'll wrap up. In 5 simple steps, you can get going. The first 4 steps are to install your store. Will help you identify winners. You'll choose a profit path, starting with free traffic, and then you will accelerate your sales. We'll walk you through these steps. Step number 5 is to rinse and repeat, and we'll use that to scale your business. Something we've hardly had any chance to talk about here are the milestones. We've got milestones built into the training. We find they really help in guiding people towards success. So we've got milestones built in. The first one is to get you to $1,000 profit per week. We've got a series of things that we're going to do with you and do for you to help you get there, and then we'll grow from there. Milestone number 2 and milestone number 3. The battle cry for Kibo Quantum is speed, speed, speed. This is all about speed, okay? Simplicity and scale as well. They take care of themselves, but everything we're doing, everything we've put together here is focused on getting you sales fast. We're so confident about this that we're laying down this 30-day challenge, get instant access to Kibo and the training, be able to get started, get your store up and running, and get to 100 sales in your first 30 days. 100 sales in your first 30 days, how much money is that going to be? I don't know. It could be $5,000, could be $1,000, could be $10,000. The point is, though, you're going to be making 100 sales in 30 days. That's the goal anyway, and to keep scaling from there. It's going to give you that big win. That big win, that's a psychological win. It's going to give you the confidence and drive to persevere. We've also got a cool thing, which is a badge of recognition, a gold star achievement badge that you'll get when you achieve this, okay? And that will appear next to your name in the community. So what you need to do right now to be able to start this is to take action. That's what you got to do right now. We've got the 7 components. We've got all the training you could possibly need. We've got this amazing launchpad, unlike anything you would have seen before. We've got the amazing superstore where we're actually doing the store for you, putting in all the bells and whistles to get you going. We've got this amazing profit vault with the 10 hand-picked products so you can hit the ground running. We've got the accelerators. We've got the power labs, more big shortcuts, save you money, make you more money, save you time. And we've got the support every step of the way. You've got the live events. You've got the achievement system, all the badges, and the 3 action taker bonus as well, and the boot camp. The Kibo Talk community. I showed you this a moment ago. It's absolutely amazing. We've got a real family feel to what we're doing here. We look forward to inviting you to be a part of that and really working with you to make this your best year yet. And of course, we've got Profit Genie as well, which is another cool piece of software which gives you more analysis around different products. Everything that you could possibly need to get results and get results fast, everything that we could possibly think of based on all our experience, we have built into this. It's time for you to decide. Don't let this pass you by. You will not get another opportunity to access our training until at least 2022. We only do this once a year. Now is the intake. Now is the time. We will hit capacity or we will shut down by a certain deadline because we need everyone in so that we can start the training. We can start getting you through those 30 days to 100 sales. Let us know in the question box where you're at. If you've decided that you're getting in, let us know. If you're still in the type process, we would love to have you with us. We've got that Fast 60 bonus as well. I'll have to check where we're at with that, but the first 60 people will get access to that. I think we've still got a few of them left if you're jumping in right now. This doesn't require any special experience, guys. All the obstacles that we could possibly think of have been removed. We're giving you the path of least resistance here. We've streamlined everything with a focus on getting you results fast. It's the perfect opportunity for someone who's starting from scratch as a newbie, as a beginner. It's the perfect opportunity for someone who has battled away, struggled without ever making a breakthrough with online marketing. It's the perfect opportunity for anyone who might be looking to build a supplementary income or grow what they've already got going. But you need to get in right now. You might need to be resourceful. Sometimes when things are when you're struggling to get into something, you might need to be resourceful. It might mean going outside your comfort zone a little bit. It might mean finding a business partner. Just do whatever it takes. And whatever happens, don't fall into the win-then trap, because this is absolutely disastrous. It's like people say, Aidan, when I have time, then I'm going to start my business. But life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't just drop your dreams into your lap from one day to the next. You actually have to take action and do something. It's the doing that gets you results. And the only thing that you can do right now to proceed with everything that we're talking about is go to that link, open it up in your browser, and jump in and join us. Don't wait. This is the first step in taking action. And we're going to be guiding you through how to take action every single week to get these results. And you know what limits most people? It's not time, it's opportunity. Most of the almost 8 billion people on this planet will never even see this opportunity, but here you are right now. Call it fate, call it whatever you want. Somehow you managed to get on this workshop. You're seeing it. You're here right now. It's available. Now is the perfect time to do this for so many different reasons. The opportunity is here. If you can squeeze another 5 to 10 hours into this each week, just prioritize a little bit. We can help you, but this is limited. We can't support an unlimited number of people, and we need to get this underway very, very soon here. I think when people are buying something, it's not so much the cost of it that matters, it's what they get in return. And what we're giving you here is an education that can actually make you more money. We all need to spend money to improve our lives. We do it every single day when we buy, food, when we pay for electricity, we're spending money to improve our lives. And what we're doing here is giving you an education which we believe with all our hearts and souls can absolutely improve your life. But you have to take the leap of faith if you want to do this, or you will miss out. Now, you might think, you could figure it out all on your own. Guess what? I tried to do that myself when I got started online. It took me 2 years of trial and error. Trial and error is not the best way to learn. It's the most inefficient way to learn. We can give you a blueprint. We can give you the tools. We can save you so much heartache and headaches and money just tip down the drain by following a process that works. Now, we could have charged $100 for this, but that would have meant that we couldn't have delivered anything like what, we're delivering with you here today. So when we decided on, making Kibo Quantum available to people, we didn't even think about the price. We just said, what are all the components that people need? We got all of those components together, we wrapped them up, and only then did we start saying, okay, what can we actually viably sell this for? And that's how we came to this opportunity that you've got here today. Now, the other option is just to do nothing, but we all know what happens when you do nothing. You do nothing, nothing changes. Things only get worse, you miss opportunities. This is an opportunity for you to come in, get in the game. Don't stay out on the sidelines. Make something happen. We can help you succeed. We've helped people succeed in the past, and we can help you as well. Give yourself a chance. You deserve this. There are so many knuckleheads out there that succeed online or with businesses. And look, here you've got a path to doing this. What happens if you don't do it? If nothing changes, nothing changes. You need to initiate change. We're wrapping this workshop up in about 1 minute and 40 seconds. I want you to make a decision here, one way or another. If you decide this is not right for you, I absolutely respect that. I just want to make sure that you're making the decision for the right reasons. What's the worst that could happen here? You've got no risk, no financial risk. You're going to invest some time, see if it works. If it doesn't work, get your money back. That's fine. That's what the guarantees are for, okay? Don't let your fear define your life. It's okay to be afraid. Take the leap of faith, but do it anyway. This is strictly limited. I'm going to stop that timer before it starts beeping here in my ear. Guys, 1 minute left. We're going to be shutting this workshop down. This is very limited. We can only accept a certain number of people into this. We're doing so much of the heavy lifting for you, and we need to get started on Friday. So jump in right now. You can see the link on the screen. It's time for you to go and do this. You've got two different payment options. You've got split pay, you've got full pay, and you've got zero risk. Guys, we are wrapping this up right now. Just before we do, though, we promised another free gift right at the beginning here, and this is your gift. You can go to it. You can see the link on the screen there. Go over there. You download a free gift. Check it out, what we've prepared for you, something pretty cool. Message from Steve and a bunch of other bits and pieces that I think will serve you well. So guys, we are wrapping this up now. Thank you so much to everyone who has gone ahead and invested here. We really, we appreciate your putting your trust in us, and we're going to be doing everything in our power just to make sure that this is your breakthrough year and that Kibo Quantum is the best decision that you ever made.
All right, guys, so there you have it, everybody. We're going to wrap up this webinar right now. One last time, though, I wanted to really emphasize the value and power of what you just saw today, guys, because it's so important in life that you take action, right? Life is all about taking action. So if you like what you saw and you love the training and you love what Steve and Aiden had to share today, then you need to take action right now, guys. Don't wait a second longer. Don't fall into the trap of tomorrow. Just go ahead, go to the link you can see on your screen and inside the chat, and make sure you go ahead and make your investment right now into this amazing system, guys. Now, on top of that, remember, they have that amazing guarantee, which gives you literally no financial risk at all. And the best part is there's tons of success stories, as Steve and Aiden showed you. So if you really want to make this work, you absolutely can. This is something that you can use right now to build a very profitable business in 2021, and you can see the results in a very short time frame, guys. So this is super exciting, and honestly and truly, this gives my full endorsement because I personally know Steve and Aiden. They're good friends of mine. They are the real deal. Not only do they talk the talk, but they absolutely walk the walk. So they get my full endorsement with this product right here, guys, with the Kibo code, right? So guys, by investing today, you'll also get all the bonuses mentioned. You'll also get my bonuses, which I talked about a little bit earlier. So you don't want to miss out on that, guys. And honestly and truly, time is of the essence. So when the Kibo code closes, you will not be able to get in any longer, right? There's a hard close date because, as they said, they're going to be starting their live trainings, and you have to get in before those live trainings start, right? So guys, spots are limited, and I would really hate for you to miss out on this. So go ahead and click the link in the chat, or go ahead and type in the link on your screen that you see there, so you can get started right now and make your investment and get started in the Kibo code today, guys. So that's it for me, Steve and Aiden. Thanks again so much